If you're over 40 and have 15 plus years of expertise, this is how you replace corporate income without the hustle, the drama, or the politics. This video is about what comes next after leaving the corporate world behind, regardless of if you were pushed out, aged out, burnt out, or opted out. I'm going to show you how to replace your income by transitioning to a services-based business without the hustle and without hiring a team. I'm Tia A. Williams, a former tech executive, and I was exactly where you are now 2 years ago. I know that disorienting feeling of having your identity tied to your work. Your life has been so tied up in your career that you wonder who you are without the title. And I know the stinging reality of ageism, where your decades of experience and high salary have become a liability. So I transitioned my 30 years of expertise in tech and business into what I call a solo enterprise. Now I help other senior experts like you monetize your expertise while leaving behind everything that you hated about corporate life. In this video, I want to share a way forward that you might not have considered yet. Now let's talk through a few hard truths. First, if your identity feels like it's still tied to your old corporate job, it's time to break free. You get to decide who you want to be. I coach clients through this exact stage to get them ready for the next stage of life and business. Second, you don't have to settle for roles you're overqualified for or downgrade your lifestyle just to feel secure again. There are better options out there. Use the time to skill up so you're ready for the future of work. And third, you get to choose your future, whether that includes another role, retirement, or transitioning to your own solo enterprise. But to make that choice, we have to look at the market reality. In 2025, U.S. employers announced over 1.17 million layoffs. That's the first time we've surpassed 1.1 million job cuts since the pandemic. And this isn't slowing down in 2026. We are seeing major organizational restructuring at companies like Amazon and Autodesk. Now, these aren't isolated events. They reflect a structural shift in how companies allocate their human capital. Analysts are confirming that AI and automation are reshaping how work gets done. This is causing companies to fundamentally rethink their staffing levels, especially in the middle management and strategic roles that you and I used to occupy. Even historically safe labor markets like Seattle have seen unemployment rise due to this volatility. The reality is that the safe path of corporate employment isn't actually guaranteed anymore. Even if you land a new role, the ground beneath you can shift like sand at any moment. That's why I want you to hear this next part. The depth of your experience, your judgment, and your abilities is exactly what makes you valuable. There are clients out there who are willing to pay you for that expertise. But ironically, that depth is also what makes it harder for you to find the right fit in traditional roles. Now, what does that actually mean? It means that it may be time for a career shift. The question becomes whether you're going to continue placing your future in the hands of corporations that are actively trying to reduce their headcount, or whether you want a model that gives you control over who you work for, how much you work, and what you get paid. There's a way forward where you use your expertise to replace your corporate income on your terms. At this stage, you really have 3 options in front of you, and each one comes with its own trade-offs. One option is to return to corporate. For some people, that provides stability, benefits, and familiarity. But it also means stepping back into the same hiring dynamics that displaced many experienced professionals in the first place. And for some, that can mean lower pay, less authority, or taking a step backward just to stay employed. Another option is to pause, to live off your savings or your retirement while you decide what comes next. For some, that creates some breathing room, but for others, it quietly adds pressure, watching your savings slowly disappear, possibly putting your future retirement at risk. The third option is to transition your expertise into a client services business. You've got the expertise. Now monetize it. You don't have to start over. You don't have to hustle and grind. You don't have to be an influencer, and you don't have to hire a team. That is what I call the solo enterprise. It's a way to replace corporate income using your expertise without the hustle, without scale, and without giving your time away for free. Now, this isn't about choosing today. It's about making sure you understand that you still have options, and that one of those options allows you to maintain your independence while protecting the income level that you worked hard so many years to achieve. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the solo enterprise path replacing your income, watch this video next. I'll break down exactly why consulting is the next logical step for your level of experience and how to build a business that replaces your corporate income without the hustle.